You use buttermilk and like put on a glaze at the end, like confectionate sugar and the water you mix together rather than milk. I don't know that mixture. Usually I've always mixed confectionate sugar with milk to make an icing. So,
I use lemon juice.
oh, that is a good idea.
To make icing, I use coffee for my liquid.
Do you really?
I usually put it on lemon cake, so lemon juice is an obvious choice. Maybe not for every other.
Okay, it might be back
We're
up.
live. Yep, we're live.
It says chat is disabled for this live stream though.
Josh is messaging me right now, so let me just double check. Okay. Should be okay now. He said try refreshing, Kelly. Okay. I'll work on looking at the chat, and we'll just start doing our introductions. Well, good morning to all of our listeners out there. I want to thank you all for joining us. We have several guests with us today to talk to you about documentation with Koha. So first, I'd like to introduce a few people on this call. Katrin, you want to start us off? Say good morning. Give a little background about yourself.
Good morning, everyone. Yeah. What to say? I'm the quality assurance manager for Koha for some years now, and I've also served on the documentation team for a little while, so I guess that's why I'm here today. And I know a lot about bugs.
My name is Jessie, and I do outreach and education at Bywater Solutions. Go ahead, Kelly, Andrew, Donna, Lizette. Anyone want to go next?
Good morning. I wasn't going to France, so I feel very honored that I'm part of this. So I'm excited. And also we're in the company of Katrin, who knows everything about Koha. 100%. If you ever wrote a bug, she will tell you if you are right or if you're wrong. In a good way.
Good morning. I'm Andrew. I'm like Kelly, one of the educators at Bywater. I don't know. And I'm here to talk about documentation, I guess. I don't know how else to introduce myself. I like to write manual things.
And I'm Donna Bachowski. I'm the third educator at Bywater Solutions. I am all about documentation. I am lifelong career documentation. And so I'm always encouraging folks to get involved with this to make it the best it can be. So hopefully this will be something that will inspire folks to see it's not as scary as it looks the first time you do it.
And I'm Lizette Shear. I'm the president of Koha US. I haven't done much in documentation, but I do try to put patch notes on bugs or release notes on bugs. And that's something that anyone who can read what the bug is doing can put release notes in. And that's very helpful.
And Lizette, I'm just going to blow up as the current president of Koha US. Lizette, talk to us just a quick minute about that, because you guys are very good, and there's a Koha education committee, and just talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, we have a lot of committees. Our Koha Education Committee and Conference Committee are currently putting together an online conference for next month for April 23rd. It's going to be all online. Anyone can go. We're starting at 8 a.m. Pacific to 8 p.m. or 8 a.m. Eastern to 8 p.m. Pacific. time. It's going to be lots going on. We're going to record everything and post it on the YouTube afterwards also. So if you can't make it, then we'll still have that available to you afterwards. And we're also working on putting together like some reference documents that'll be available to everyone. Some documentation, you might say. And so that's just some of what we're doing right now.
Awesome. And I think we have one more person that just jumped in. Nick is here. Some of you may know him as Kid Clamp. And he is a past release manager. He's a developer at Bywater, and I don't know why I'm talking for him. I'm going to let him talk.
Hi.
Hi. All right, well, we're just going to jump right in. So the first thing I figured we'd talk about is how you can contribute to documentation. So there is a page on the Koha community wiki, and I will add that to our YouTube chat. This is a good place to start if you are thinking about kind of getting involved within the documentation and in the community. This will give you good links where you can see things to write, or just a general overview of it. And when we talk about documentation, there's a lot of things you can do to get involved. You can go in and update the manual, you can share screenshots. But if you don't want to go that far, you can also do things in Bugzilla as well. And we'll show you that. Even if it's just submitting a bug that says, can this please be added to the manual, is a good place to start. If you don't see things in the manual that are there, we were just talking about it, Elasticsearch. We need to get Elasticsearch into the manual as options in there. So there's a lot of good places to start. So what I figured we'll do is we'll jump in, we'll look at Bugzilla. My educators, are there any good bugs that you want to start with that we could add a little bit of documentation to, or Nick, or Katrin, anyone really? Was that? I'll start one with.
Well, while we're finding one,
yeah,
for anybody who finds something that needs to be fixed in the manual, you can submit a bug into Bugzilla and note it as the component documentation, and then that will be listed there for somebody to fix. Maybe you never know.
We could do one for Elasticsearch.
Oh yeah.
Okay, let's do that. I'm going to log in real quick. And if you have never used Bugzilla before, we have a couple videos and blog posts on the Bywater site if you're interested, and that walks you through kind of creating an account and setting things up. So if you missed one of those, you can certainly get involved. So the first thing we'll do is I'm going to hit File Bug, and we'll come in here. It's going to ask me 3 questions: what part of the product we're looking for, and then we can jump in and select what we're looking for. As Kelly mentioned, for the component, we're going to select documentation. So you'll notice on the right-hand side, it tells us that the Koha documentation, technical, administrative, and user, but excluding developer documentation. So this allows us to jump in and specify what we're looking for. So as far as a summary, this will be the title of the bug. So we can say add Elasticsearch to the manual. You'll see that it populates and kind of gives us a little information of possible duplicates if we're entering in here. So if somebody else has already filed a bug for it, it'll look for close matches. And then down at the bottom, we can come in and write a description. This is where we can give a little more information about what we'd like to see in the manual. we search engine configuration? I think that's what it's called. Am I right? Search engine configuration. I think that's what it's called in administration.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
I was muted. I was like, yes, Jesse, yes.